Yo, what is going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me for another manga chapter review. And in today's video, we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at the brand new chapter of Black Clover, chapter 339, titled Heavenly Severance. And before we jump into today's video, guys, I want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for all the support on my last video. You guys absolutely crushed that video, and I loved hearing your guys' thoughts and overall theories for what was going to happen in this upcoming chapter. A lot of you guys had a lot of great comments, and as always, guys, I love reading your comments. But if you guys are new to the video, however, and like what you see, please consider sticking around and subscribing to the channel, as I'll be bringing you guys even more anime and manga related content. I do plan on bringing you guys a Jujutsu Kaisen chapter review for chapter 199 today, so definitely be on the lookout for that, as well as some school stuff got postponed this weekend. A lot of my due dates are for Sunday, so that makes my weekend a little bit hectic in terms of doing homework. But we recently did have a hurricane here, and a lot of my due dates for my assignments have been pushed back, so that means I'm going to be able to push out another video. I've had a sort of speculation and theory video in the works for Black Clover for quite some time now, so hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and push that out for you guys over the course of the weekend. And with all that out of the way, guys, let's just go ahead and jump into the damn chapter already. Starting off chapter 339, we begin with Ichika forcefully grabbing Asta by the head in a very similar fashion that Yami would do. Asta still being taken aback by Ichika being Yami's younger sister, Ichika tells him that she doesn't give a damn about that frisky man either. With the two now causing a scene within the city, many citizens begin to question Asta as they point out that his hair is quite different from theirs. With many speculating Asta to indeed be a foreigner, Ryu quickly grabs both Ichika and Asta and heads to check on Libe. As the three enter into the building where Libe is recuperating, Asta is again amazed at all of the floating fish inside. A mysterious man inside the building tells them that he's relieved to see they're all doing well. He is then introduced to Asta as Mikuria Fumito, the recovery Yojutsu genius. Fumito stating that with this being the first time he has given medical treatment to a creature such as Libe, it required extra time in doing so. Upon Libe being spat out by one of the floating fish, Asta immediately tells him that how he has missed him and that being without him in this foreign land has made him lonely. Libe, agreeing with Asta's sentiment, tells him, "Me too." Both Asta and Libe now being treated to fresh food, Asta, becoming very interested in the food, is told by Ryu that Fumito is also an excellent cook as well. Asta, continuing to enjoy his food, quickly has his spirit sapped as he tells them that despite all of their hospitality, he must return to the Clover Kingdom. Being restless as ever, Asta asks Ryu to please tell him everything he knows and if there were any way to return to the Clover Kingdom at once, reminding Asta that if he were to return to the Clover Kingdom now, he'd surely lose if Lucius were to get serious. Becoming enveloped by his emotions and his inability to protect Sister Lily, he begins to doubt his own ability to get stronger. With Ichika giving Asta a swift slap across the face, she tells him to not take Ryu, who is the shogun of their lands, kindness for granted. With Ichika wrapping up her stern warning to Asta by telling him, "If you were to disregard his advice and throw your life away, I'll cut you down here and now, myself." Seeing the error in his way of thinking, Asta quickly realizes what Ichika said to him was correct, and that he should make the most out of his time here and get stronger. With all four of them now venturing off to do some training, Ryu tells Asta that Lucius's overwhelming strength and magic are best suited for a lengthy fight, so it'd be in Asta's favor to end the battle in a short time with the ability called Heavenly Severance. Noticing he doesn't have any magic power to utilize, Ryu tells Asta to just concentrate his ki. Going into further detail on how to channel his ki and to further output Yorioko, it can be utilized by releasing it all at once, thus creating Heavenly Severance. Fumito questions the teachings of Ryu and Ichika to Asta by telling them that such an ability is seemingly impossible for someone who isn't a part of the 7 Ryuzen. With Asta fully concentrating on the comparisons of Heavenly Severance and Mana Skin, Ryu tells him that even though he doesn't have magic, being linked with Libe ought to give him his anti-magic to use. With Asta now channeling his inner anti-magic power, is able to successfully perform a heavenly severance strike. With Ichika and Fumido shocked, Ryu congratulates Asta for his accomplishment, telling Asta that from this point forward, he's going to get even more experience. As we begin to unwind and reach the end of chapter 339, Asta thanks Ichika for her guidance. We get a final panel of Asta becoming emotional, realizing that all is not lost and that there is still time to train and make calculated decisions to ensure victory against Lucius. Stating to himself that he still can become strong, in typical Asta fashion, he then pesters Ichika into helping him out even more during his stay. With Asta mastering his anti-magic finally, what else left is there for him to learn? Just what else can we see from Asta with his anti-magic as well as his ki? And alright guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the synopsis for chapter 339. Now we're going to go ahead and move on over into my thoughts and review of the chapter as a whole. And whew, guys, was this chapter absolutely awesome. Now, man, guys, after coming off that break from Black Clover, I'm glad that we got a chapter like this. I mean, there was just a lot to really sort of unpack within the chapter, right? We're being shown more of the world of the world building within the land of the rising sun. And we're also seeing a lot of different things in the form of Asta's sort of mindset being more grounded, right? You know, he's still, like, at the beginning of the chapter, he's still more like, hey, you know, thanks for everything, but I gotta get back and stuff like that, despite Ryu even telling him, like, listen, you go back now, you lose, like, you need to stay here so that way you can learn some abilities, train, get stronger, so that way when you go back to the Clover Kingdom, then you'll be able to win against Lucius. But I mean, overall, I'm gonna give this chapter a solid 10 out of 10. Of course, guys, come on, like, you know, especially at the end with the heavenly severance, like, that was just, we finally got it, guys. We finally got Asta being able to utilize some sort of magic, right? Like, oh man, that's just such a full circle sort of moment, right? Because even at the beginning of Black Clover, when Asta couldn't use any magic, just being able to utilize Libe's anti-magic is just absolutely just a really cool and heartfelt moment. I know it's more so supposed to be a cool moment and, you know, a badass moment, but just look at Asta's face, man, whenever he's able to pull off the heavenly severance. Like, just him, like, getting emotional like that, sort of just, like, really, like, I really liked it, because it's just, you get to see the growth within Asta even more, right? So I really like that. Overall, the chapter had a lot in it. It definitely was more so on the more narrative side, which I really like, right? Because we all know, especially during the Spade Kingdom arc, the narrative of Black Clover chapters was a little bit on the light side, and there was a lot more action. Which I like to see Yuki Tabata actually incorporating a lot more. Especially, I feel like, you know, he has to, given this is a brand new world to both Asta as well as us. So, you know, just kind of throwing Asta in there and not really explaining much of anything would really lead to a lot of confusion and probably a lot of not very good, I guess, reception from us, the readers. So I like that we finally got Libe back as well. You know, Libe is a little bit, he's not very too talkative, right? The only thing he says within the chapter is "me too." So, you know, I want to see a little bit more of Libe. I want to see him express his thoughts on the situation a little bit more in the upcoming chapters, because, you know, I love Libe, so I want to see him get some more dialogue in and time to shine, right? Even though the Spade Kingdom arc, he really did have a lot of narrative built around him. So, you know, I want to see that continued within this training arc now, because we are officially within the training arc. So Yeah, but guys, I really think that we could see some very special things from the other 6 Ryuzen. We obviously know that Ichika is one of the 7 Ryuzen, because Fumito even says that whenever, like, he's like, hey, you know, do you even think this is okay to be having Asta try? You know, he's not one of you, like, Ryuzen, so, like, you know, this could be pretty impossible for him to do on his first try. So I think it's interesting that there's others like Ichiga, and we're going to see we definitely are going to see Asta acquiring new ways to use his ki as well as his anti-magic. And I wonder if there's anything they're going to teach him in the process to sort of like amplify what he already has, to sort of like just different things, guys. Like it's so exciting because I can't even really begin to explain like what else Yuki Tabata could go in the direction for Asta utilizing his anti-magic and things of that nature, or, you know, through him like working on his ki and stuff like that, maybe he can expand his Devil Union duration even longer. Who knows, guys? But overall, the chapter was very, very awesome. I'm glad that we were delighted to a chapter like this after a week off. But yeah, guys, I don't know if you guys heard, but there is going to be big Black Clover movie news next week, because there's going to be a Shonen Jump event, and there's going to be even more there's going to be a new announcement for the Black Clover movie. So I'm just absolutely so excited for that. I know that's not pertaining to the chapter, but I thought I'd let you guys know, just because, you know, hey, it's Black Clover, you know, 9 times out of 10 you guys are going to want to know about it. But I mean, overall, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for me. I mean, this chapter was pretty like cut and concise. There wasn't really too much for us to speculate. Now I did already, guys, tell you guys what I think the other 6 Ryuzen members could teach Asta. Probably, you know, their own sort of way about utilizing ki and stuff like that. You know, maybe Ichiga specializes in Heavenly Severance, or maybe Ichiga is going to teach Asta more things that other Ryuzen members can teach. Who knows? Or maybe they'll all work together in tandem to help Asta learn something even new. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for the video, guys, and my thoughts on the chapter. Let me know what you guys think of this chapter and what you could think is going to happen next in the comment section below. Obviously, love reading your guys' comments. I tell you guys that like 1,000 times a video, so just go ahead and spam the comments, guys. Go ahead and hit peek in the comments for the algorithm. Yeah, I thought that was funny when I said, like, you know, hey, do peek in the comments for the algorithm. So, but that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me, guys. If you guys did enjoy today's video and like anime and manga related content such as this, please consider sticking around and subscribing, as I'll be bringing you guys even more content such as this. And if you guys did like today's video, go ahead and drop a like for me, as it greatly helps out the video. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. See ya.